Like your boyfriends and our relationships and it works. I don't understand it. There are a billion of people in this world. Do we have like multiple people that are for us and we just gotta find one of them? Or do we really have one person? Because how the fuck am I supposed to find that person? I'm tired. Why would you send me the wrong people first? What's the point? You want to make me suffer first? Like, you want to break me down first so I can understand how amazing the person is? I understand already. Like, you don't have to keep sending me nonsense. Then don't pack it in something that looks like my man. Like, shit. Those who are in happy relationships, what the fuck did you do? And why are you not teaching us? And those men that are in happy relationships, I don't know, but I hope you're great. Those men that are just outside from your fuckery and you know it. Cut your fucking days. Goals in the world, yeah, I don't understand either. It always be the people that I didn't ask for. I was okay. I was peaceful. Now you come to destroy my fucking peace. Alright, let's get the day started. Let's have a good one.
So sometimes people get on here and they reveal a lot about them. They give a lot of that emotion, and those people I think should be praised for really being real. In a platform that's tend to just be fake. But that she said she addressed a lot of things outside of that hurt and pain. We can go over a couple things. We can learn a couple things. Yeah, it's 8 billion people on the planet. I think the idea is a romantic one of having that there's a special person for you. And we like to cling to that idea, but I think realistically we understand that that's probably not the case, especially and specifically because we change, right? We change throughout our lives. If we're doing it right, right? That's a caveat. If we're doing it right, we change, we grow, we evolve. And sometimes what was good for you, one point in your life is no longer suitable for you. And I'm talking about people making drastic changes in their lives, right? Maybe coming from the wrong side of tracks or wrong side of law to suddenly going on the other side. Those people in your life don't suit you anymore. Right? Outside of that, romantically, you also change. So it's not easy to just say, hey, maybe that person that's for you will change with you. Yeah, I think it's a romantic idea, but realistically, I think people that are in healthy relationships, they understand how to compromise. They understand how to grow and change and bring that person with them on that journey. But before we do a deeper dive on this one and go into it, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Um, Still trying to do two a day, trying to keep that consistency going, just so the channel can continue to grow in a great positive direction that it is right now. So, and I got to thank you guys for being part of that. Um, Membership is open. We're gonna have more and more exclusive videos on that channel that I don't have to adhere to some of you policies. Um, like if they don't get monetized, it's fine. But just so we can have more of a back and forth, and we're gonna do more live streams coming up as my schedule sort of opens up. So like I said, there's a lot that she went over, a lot that she's sort of emoting and pain and having this pain for. The first thing I would say is like it's probably time to take a step back from dating. It's realistically, it's time to take a step back, right? Let that go. Give yourself time to sort of, grieve, essentially what it is. When we think, like we go with what she's saying, like, why are you sending me these people that look like my person, but aren't my person? There's part of it that we have to look at it on and put it on ourselves, put it on our own backs in terms of like taking that accountability and understanding that our discernment is missing here. Sometimes we are in such a rush to be with someone, to be in a thing that we'll overlook the really red flags, or we just won't even do you know, any type of research. We won't really ask any real questions, right? We don't do any type of vetting. We just take what someone is putting in front of us. And a lot of times we do that because we think we're being open, we're being honest, we're being transparent, we're being vulnerable. So why would that person not do the same in kind? And idealistically, they would. But we know what type of society we live in, right? We know that not everything that glitters is gold. Not everyone that comes to you is for you. Sometimes it's hard for you to move out of the way. You have to get your desire for someone out of the way first. That way you can sort of go there with a cleaner sort of mindset and realizing this is what I'm looking for. This is what's important to me. And if I wasn't so desperately lonely, I wouldn't accept what you're coming with. And we all have those periods. We all have those periods where it's, the bed is cold, right? Metaphorically speaking, the bed is cold. Like you want someone there with you to share life with, to do life with. And I think when a lot of us are being honest, that's what we're looking for. We want a partner. We want a receptive partner. But not everyone that comes to you is going to be that. Another thing she was talking about, the way she's describing it as if these people are coming to you. You have to do some of that work. You have to do some of that legwork on your own. You have to go out there and sort of, you know, I don't want to say kiss the frogs, kiss the toes for your prince, but you have to go out there and put yourself out there. If you're always waiting for whatever comes to you, and then you see there's a certain through line with all these people that are simply coming to you, yeah, you might have to get active in this process. You might have to start saying, okay, I want to put myself around the people that I want to be with, I find attractive, quality wise, character wise, not just physically, because they look like your type, they look like your person. That's a very easy way for us to get caught up. I have an idealistic look in my mind. And what happens when I actually meet that person? Well, they look the part. And I'll ignore all these other things because they look the part. And man, I'm looking at us for that one. We do that often. You look, you have the right proportions, and then I start ignoring every other thing, every other flag about you, because I just want someone to be there with me. Let's give this one another play. I know we rambled a little bit, but there's a lot in here for us to talk about.
How do you all find your boyfriends and are in relationships and it works? I don't understand it. There are a billion of people in this world. Do we have like multiple people that are for us and we just gotta find one of them? Or do we really have one person?
You got multiple people. You got multiple people, right? And again, that changes as you change, as you know go through life. And we'll speak from the male perspective because that as you even something as simple as something that suited you months ago doesn't suit you now, right? If you've done that work or if you had experiences, this is what I always try to do. I always try to look at obstacles as places to cut your teeth again, places to sharpen yourself against to say to come out of that, as improved. Every 5 years, on a birthday, I want to look back and I want to say, I know so much. I thought I knew it all back then, 5 years ago. Now I feel like I'm grounded, and then that gives me the excitement. Another 5 years. I think I'm good now, and I think I'm great now. Imagine what I'm going to feel like in 5, 10 years. If I keep this process of constantly learning up. But what suits me today probably did not suit me 4 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. So no, I think there's multiple people available for you, especially when we're realistic and we cut away a lot of the fluff, we cut away a lot of the delusion and say you have to be this, you have to be that, you have to be this. I get to know your character. Yeah, I think we'd have a lot better time at actually pairing up.
Because how the fuck am I supposed to find that person? I'm tired. Why would you send me the wrong people first? What's the point? You want to make me suffer first? Like,
So life often sends you the test before the lesson because we're not paying attention. That's really just it. We're not paying attention. And we want to do advanced adult things early. I'm not saying there's a certain age you're supposed to do this outside of adulthood, but there's a maturity, right? That we're missing. And we try to do these things and then when we're hurt by them, because relationships tend to fail. They tend to fail. Especially like when you're younger. You first thing at 14, 15, yeah, it's gonna fail. Probably gonna fail. The amount of high school hit sweethearts that's a dying thing. So it's gonna fail. But what we're supposed to be taught is the ability to let stuff go, to learn from it, you know, um, eat the meat, spit out the bone, just let it go. But when we carry that trauma forward, that next person that could actually be for you, right? Let's say there's 5 people that are for you, but that trauma that you've had from the first relationship ruins and affects the second. And then that combined, those 2 from the first and second make the third a tragedy. If we don't learn how to process and deal with our issues, all it does is make each subsequent choice, each subsequent chance more and more perilous. It's a filthy cycle that is self-perpetuating.
You want to break me down first so I can understand how amazing the person is? I understand already. Like, you don't have to keep sending me nonsense. Then don't pack it in something that looks like my man.
There it is. What I was alluding to before. Yeah, it's if someone looks like we're having a physical type, especially what we end up being imprinted on when we're very young, relationally young. That type of person, that type of swag, that type of vibe, we become looking for that later on in life. But we should have changed, and that should have been less important. But we get caught up in in a society that's focused on the visual. It's very focused on the visual. We get caught up when something looks visually appealing. But listen, if you guys think I missed something, let me know down in the comments. If you see videos on your screen right now, take a look at those and let me know as well. And if you listen to sound my voice right now after I've been ranting for about 12 minutes, you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe and then tell me why. Right? I'll see you guys in the next one.